It's me, it's that P-E-T-E, that's right, it's Pete, here in Comic Connections, Oxfordshire's longest running comic shop, and we are going to be running down some of my favourite comics coming out this week, this Wednesday, that's right, the 17th of July, 2019. When I was a young Pete, and even as an old Pete, all I wanted to be was Superman's pal, but I couldn't be because Jimmy Olsen had already taken that mantle. As you can see, by Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, issue 1 of 12 out this week. It's a 12-issue maxi series. They are bringing back this classic series that ran through the 60s and the Silver Age, and people loved it. It was Jimmy Olsen getting up to some crazy shenanigans, and I know you guys love a crazy shenanigan. If you read the Superman Event Leviathan Prestige format, you would have got a taste of just what this is like. It's a bit wacky, it's a bit off the wall. It's Jimmy Olsen getting up to hijinks, getting himself in trouble. We all know what Jimmy Olsen's like. He's a crazy little kid. But yeah, looking forward to reading this myself. Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, issue 1 in stores today. A lot of you are fans of Star Trek, which means a lot of you are fans of the Orville, which is kind of a comedic love letter to the classic Star Trek The Next Generation series. And if you haven't got enough just by watching it on TV, you'll be happy to hear there's a comic out, The Orville, issue 1, New Beginnings, part 1 of 2. So it's only a 2-issue series, but featuring all your favourite characters from the Orville. Now, I've not watched the Orville yet. I've been told I should and that I'd like it very much. I've heard it's very good and it's not Orville at all. But if you're a fan, check out issue 1 of the new Orville series from Dark Horse today. A series that has run for many a year now, and a favourite of adolescents all over the world. That is Vampirella, and she is back with a brand new issue 1 from Dynamite Comics. She's a sultry vampire in a skimpy red costume. You know who Vampirella is, you've seen her kicking around, and even if you haven't read her books in the past, you know who she is. But if you have always fancied jumping on Vampirella, here you go. This is where you can start. We've got some lovely variants. They're all a little bit risque, so we won't look too deep into it because it might be a little bit blue for our younger viewers. But if you're a fan of scantily clad vampires, Vampirella's your girl. We recently had a new Blade Runner movie after years of not having a Blade Runner sequel, but it came out, it was very good, people loved it, Ryan Gosling was in it, Harrison Ford, even professional wrestler Dave Bautista was in there. And if you want more from Blade Runner 2019 from Titan Comics hits stores this week. Very anticipated book. I know you're all fans of Blade Runner. Who isn't? I'm not, to be honest, not a big fan of Blade Runner, but I know I'm in the minority. So if you are in the majority who do like the franchise, issue 1 of Blade Runner out today. One of the most popular characters from Marvel's cinematic universe is Loki. Rest in peace, Loki. Spoilers if you haven't seen Infinity War, which you must have. If you haven't, what you're doing, stop watching this. No, actually, wait till the end of this, then go and watch Infinity War. You'll like it, trust me. But if you are a fan of Loki and you're sad he met his demise in that movie, he's got a comic out. Don't you panic. He also has a TV series on the horizon. But if you want your Loki fix, get this. Written by the excellently named Daniel Kibblesmith. That's Daniel Kibblesmith. Loki is back in his own series. Looks like he's up to a little bit of mischief. He's even got his own hammer. How is he worthy to hold that? I don't know. But you might find out in this if you read it. Loki, he's a good character. He's up to mischief. You'll love him. You'll love this book. Give it a read. Let me know what you think. Tom King's exceptional run on Batman is coming to an end, and it's like DC knew that because Batman 75 is out this week by Tom King and it's a $6 book, so a little bit more expensive than normal. And I wanted to bring that to your attention because I don't want you coming in with your £4 thinking I'm going to get Batman 75 with my pocket money and then not having enough. So you can rummage through your mum and dad's purses and wallets, find that little bit of extra money you need and come in and get Batman 75. This is the variant celebrating the year of the villain on that lovely card stock. So if you are checking out your variants, here it is. We've also got the normal cover here. Come in store today and check it out. Over the past couple of months, we have had the Age of X-Man running from Marvel, and it comes to an end with the Age of XMan Omega. And I was a bit sad about this because back in the days of the Age of Apocalypse, we had Age of Apocalypse Alpha and Age of Apocalypse Omega, and they had nice foily shiny chromium covers. I was hoping Marvel would do that again, but they haven't. It's just normal. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? But yeah, I know a lot of you have been enjoying this. It is coming to an end, which means it sets up the big relaunch, which we will talk about more next week because there's a big X-Men book in this week. But I wanted to bring your attention to this one. This wraps up everything that's been going on in the comics up until now. So check this out, put that to bed, and then next week we'll talk about the big, exciting X-Men book that may or may not be out next Wednesday. And our last floppy comic of the week goes to Collapser issue 1 from DC. This is part of their Young Animal imprint, which is Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance. That was his little brainchild. You've got books such as this, brand new characters, brand new books, and this is written by Gerard's brother, Mikey Way, not to be mistaken with the Milky Way. That's their sister. So yes, this is out this week, Collapser issue 1, if you like Young Animal, if you like things a little bit quirky, if you're into My Chemical Romance, which I guess some of you still are, maybe, if you haven't grown out of it. Check it out today. Graphic novel of the week, or hardcover of the week, this week goes to Thanos. Beautiful hardcover by Housewives' favourite, Donny Cates. I love Donny Cates, not as much as Housewives do, but I do love him. I've heard nothing but good things about this Thanos book. I know a few of you were waiting for it to come out in a handy collected edition. Here it is. You can't get better than a hardcover. And Thanos is your man. You've all seen him, as we said earlier, in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame at the cinema. That's where a lot of you found Thanos. That's where a lot of you fell in love with him. So if you haven't already read this excellent series by Donny Cates, Thanos the hardcover, out now. I love Superman and I love He-Man. So you would think an amalgamation of both would be something that I would collect. But I don't. But you can, because we've got He-Man in stock. Look, he's got a mace, he's got a cape, he's looking a little bit angry. So yeah, a He-Man stroke DC superhero mashup in store now. So that brings us to the end of another video. Before I go, however, I just want to bring your attention to a signing we have here in store in Comic Connections in Banbury this weekend. We have Simon Furman and Jeff Senior, two legendary Transformers artists and writers, signing in store, signing their new book To the Death. So come in, say hi, get some signed comics, get some sketches from Jeff Senior, talk to Simon Furman about what it takes to write a comic. For all you Transformers fans, this is a must-see. So come in store, say hi, and get your bits and pieces signed. As always, be sure to like and share the video as much as you can. Leave some comments about what you're reading in the comments below. Always happy to see your comments, and I'll do my best to reply. But that brings us to another video. I'll be back next week. We've got plenty of comics in store, plenty of toys, plenty of books, loads of number ones. Romeo done.